This video is an introduction to Empire Time's Scrum Board and its integration with Empire Time. Scrum Boards are ways to measure progress of an agile team. The Scrum Board shows the workflow, which is the progression of a specific activity. To view the Scrum Board, log into your account. Go to the Project main menu. Select a project. Now view activities. In our case, we set up 4 steps within a workflow: backlog, to do, in process, and done. Backlog is a prioritized features list containing short descriptions of all functionality desired in the product. Backlog items are not expected to be worked on yet. Activities that are in the to-do column are identified to be worked on and pending action from users. In-process activities are items that employees are currently working on. Done is where completed activities are found. On the Scrum Board, the team moves items from the product backlog to the sprint backlog, which is a list of items they will build. A Scrum sprint is a regular, repeatable work cycle in Scrum methodology during which work is completed and made ready for review. Each sprint has a start and end date, priority, and status. Users can create activities and assign them to select sprints by clicking the red arrow and assigning them to an item on the menu. You can also assign specific activities to a sprint by dragging the subject of the activity to the drop circle under the sprint menu on the left-hand side. Now select None in the sprint view. Click the Add Activity link. The client project name information will be auto-filled. Select a date from the calendar icon. Select the issue type and activity type from the drop-down menu. An issue type can be an activity or an epic. See our training video on epics for more details on epics. The activity will automatically default to the user who created it, but you can change that by typing ahead or selecting an employee from the team view. Enter the subject of the activity and add a comment. You can also enter the location of the activity, where it is to be performed, as well as estimated and remaining hours. The estimated and remaining hours are very important on a Scrum board. The burn-down chart uses the sum of all remaining hours for that sprint to help calculate the sprint timeline. Now click Save. This new activity will be automatically added to the backlog step. It is important to know that activity will not be automatically added to the sprint. To add it to the sprint, select the red icon. Now select the sprint in the Sprint View dropdown. Users can edit their activities, add notes, documents, and comments at any time on the Scrum dashboard. You can preview the details of an activity by clicking on the preview icon, where you can see the activity details. It is important for the employee to update the remaining time daily and post their time to Empire Time. There are 2 ways to enter remaining work: in the Edit Activity or in the Enter Time interface. You can change the estimate hours and remaining hours in the dialog box. These values are based on how long it will take to complete the specific activity. After entering time, you can see that the time has been added to the timesheet at the top of the timer interface. Additionally, a timer icon will be displayed on the row of that timesheet. You can review the timers by clicking on the icon in the timesheet. To view the overall progress of your sprint, select the burn-down chart icon. A burn-down chart is a graphical representation of the work left to do versus time. The outstanding work, or backlog, is often on the vertical axis with time along the horizontal. That is, it is a run chart of outstanding work. It is useful for predicting when all the work will be completed in bar and line graph format. The y-axis shows the units of time, and the x-axis shows the daily period of the sprint. Planned time is usually shown as a diagonal, where the point on the left is at the highest value for the unit of time, and the point on the right is at the lowest value for the unit of time. This means that the work plan has been decreasing over time because it's being worked on as the sprint progresses. Remaining time is usually shown as a bar with the longest bar at the start of the sprint and the shortest bar at the end of the sprint. This shows that the work to be done is decreasing over the duration of the sprint. The ideal shape for a burn down chart is a right triangle. Any deviations from that indicate a sprint that is not being completed in a timely fashion. This concludes the introduction to Empire Time's Scrum Board and its integration with Empire Time.